The best 4-2-3-1 custom tactics you are ever going to see, YouTube, are right here for you. I did use them on my Road to Glory this week and on my main account, along with another formation, but you guys voted for the 4-2-3-1 formation tactics coming first. So here we are. How do I set my team up in the 4-2-3-1? By the way, YouTube, these do work on both new gen and old gen as well. I play my Road to Glory on new gen and my pay to win on old gen, so I always do play both weekend leagues on both generations of consoles. Yeah, so these custom tactics will work on both old gen and new gen because I always use the same tactics on my Road to Glory as my pay to win. So how do I set my team up in the 4-2-3-1? Anthony is as my striker, team of the season. Red Messi in at cam. Sin, I don't know how you say his name, but the Eredivisie winger, team of the season on the right. I then take off Haller, and then I bring on, it was Zaha in this weekend league. I then bring on my Wilfried Zaha on the left, but he's now going to be my new Diaby. And then, of course, my two CDMs like so, and then the back four stays the same. So, how do I set up the tactics with the 4-2-3-1? It is the bread and butter, really, of FIFA. 4-2-3-1 has been overpowered for many a year. Let's get straight into it. Defensive style, always use balanced. I don't really use anything apart from balanced. Pressure on heavy touch and press after possession loss are good, but I will find that if you are on like a Road to Glory like I am right now, it will drain your stamina very quickly. So balanced is your bread and butter on your defensive style. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I like to be in control when I'm defending, hence why you'll always see all my custom tactics. I like to find the happy medium G spot. If you know, you know. But I like to keep it very much straight in the middle. Nothing too outlandish that way or that way. Like nothing too defensive and nothing too attacking. Kind of like just in the middle. So balanced is definitely the way to go. The width, YouTube, 52 on the defensive width. There's no real method into that. I just like to have my defenders a little bit wider than they would normally be. So 52 is on there for me. That's why I use the 52. Just have it a little bit wider than normal kind of thing. There's nothing really too in-depth with what I'm saying with that. Just have my defence just a little bit wider than they would normally be, but not too wide. I don't really like it when I'm defending now. When I'm defending quite narrow, I don't really like that. That's why I just up it to 52. It probably makes absolutely zero difference. It's just all a placebo in my head. But 52 on the width is what I use. The depth then, YouTube, is 55. The reason why I up the depth a little bit from its neutral 50 is because in the 4-2-3-1, you do have two CDMs. Rather than like a 4-4-2 where you got centre mids, a 4-1-2-1-2 now where you just got one CDM and then a couple of centre mids. You've got the two CDMs rather than them being centre mids. So I feel like you could be a little bit more aggressive with your defending style like that, if that kind of makes sense. So having my team pushed up a little bit, I like to win the ball back as quickly as possible. And you guys know anyway, when you are playing on new gen, your team does drop back anyway a lot of the time when your opponent has the ball, just because it seems to just be built in to the new gen system. So probably even then doesn't really make too much of a difference. But yeah, 52, 55 and balanced is how I rock the defensive style of it. Nothing really too outlandish, just it's what works on a 4-2-3-1. The build-up play, YouTube, is always going to be balanced. Long ball, though, definitely viable. Long ball is 100% a viable option. I actually really do like long ball. I did, when I first played my weekend league in terms of qualifying this weekend just gone, I did use long ball on a 4-2-3-1 at the start, but I did go back to my balance as soon as the weekend league started. I just find balanced what I'm most comfortable with, really. It really is just as simple as that. When I'm most comfortable with the 4-2-3-1, it's always on the balanced build-up play. And you will see why as I move on to the next. But this tactic is used for a balanced team that maintains its formation. Players will support and make runs when they think it's the right time to do so. And that right there is the very important bit, okay? They make runs when they think it's the right time to do so. So I'll put a little bit of onus on my players, saying, alright, if you want to make that run, you make that run. And I do use a lot of LB and L1 passes anyway to kind of get them running in behind, just in general. So balance the way to go. Chance creation, you guessed it, direct passing, baby. The most overpowered thing that they've brought in this year, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Once the team enters the attacking zone with possession, players will create chances by making runs for passes into space behind the opposing back line. Strikers who are fast with a good attacking positioning attribute are the best at this tactic. I love direct passing. Absolutely love it. It is my bread and butter, really. I use it on 99% of my custom tactics videos that you watch. It's so good, so overpowered. You guys should know it by this point as well. And remember, I feel like the main thing people struggle with a 4-2-3-1 is kind of like creating chances and scoring goals. So I feel like you do need like that direct passing on to like just create a little bit more in the attacking third, because sometimes it is hard to create in a 4-2-3-1, but I feel like the direct passing really does help. So that's why I use it. The width, again, I play on 55, okay? In same as the defensive, same as the depth on the defense, just with the width on the offense. Basically, I like my lamb and my ram to just be a little bit wider than they would normally be. Not so they're like hugging the touchline or anything. They're just that ever so slightly little bit wider. I really like that with the width. So 55 on the width, definitely the way to go. I don't want them sitting in like a 4-3-2-1 kind of thing. I don't want them very narrow to my striker. I do want a little bit of width, because you will see with the player instructions why I have that on. So 55 on the width. Players in the box, you know what it is, YouTube. 7 right there. Again, no real Monday Night Football analysis with Gary Neville or anything. Just the more players you have in the box, right, the more likely you are to score a goal. That's all I think about with players in the box. The higher it is, the more chance I'm going to get for a rebound or something like that. So yeah, 7 players in the box. And if you're going to take anything from the video, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me, trust me, trust me. It will help. So that's the tactics. Player instructions. Stay central, get in behind on my striker. Okay, so literally just stay central and getting behind. I really feel like getting behind is needed on a 4-2-3-1. You need that striker to be constantly threatening in behind, in my opinion. You really do need that. And stay central as well. Very, very, very important. I haven't really been using stay central a lot, but I have since I've been watching other people's tactics, trying to get some inspiration and motivation, and they use stay central a lot. So I've been thinking, all right, if I use it, what does it do? And it does work. It kind of does what it says on the tin. They stay in the central areas of the pitch. They stay within that 18-yard box. I like that. That's what you want your striker to do. Now, all 3 of my cams, this is where it does get interesting, are on comeback on defence and get into the box for cross. Very important that you put all of them on getting to the box for cross, in my opinion. Very, very, very important. It will help in terms of like the attacking side of the game with scoring goals. Both my CDMs, I just leave on cover centre. That is it. That is literally all I leave them on. Just cover centre. But if you are someone that does struggle defensively, I definitely would recommend putting your most defensive CDM on stay back while attacking. So for me, it would be Sangara. I would put him on stay back while attacking. But I leave them both on balance. I feel like it helps with the attacking side of the game so much more in the 4-2-3-1. And last but not least, both my fullbacks are just on stay back while attacking. That is it. That is literally it. That's all I use. And then, of course, goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my updated post-patch 4-2-3-1 custom tactics for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please, please, please make sure to drop a like on the video for me. Drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. Also, go check out Luke1977.com. Link to his website down in the description below. Use code WOLF20 at the checkout for 20% off absolutely everything. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.